Good morning and welcome to a very early start from Pink Octopus Productions. I'm actually sitting in the study at the moment with the windows open behind me and a pink octopus on my lap. Don't know how well you can see that, not very well. Anyway, it is the hottest day of the year today. I think the mercury is going to hit about 40 in the south of England, so we are in for a scorcher. And we were up very early this morning. We were up about 4 o'clock. And this is the reason why. I'll just spin round and show you. Can you see that? We have it looks like a semi-packed suitcase. It's actually fully packed. We're just ready to be zipped up now. And a suit bag. And the reason we are off on holiday is that we are going on a mini cruise. So we're going to get away from this heat on land and we're going to get onto the sea. And we are going on a mini cruise with Cunard on the Queen Mary 2, and it is called a scenic Jurassic cruise. So we're looking forward to that. It's only 2 nights from Southampton. We're going to pootle up the English Channel to the end of Cornwall, Land's End-ish area, and then we're going to turn round and we're going to come back again. So it'll be lovely because we live near the Jurassic Coast anyway. We're about 20 minutes north, directly north of Lyme Regis. And so we'll get the opportunity to see our beautiful coastline from the sea. So it'll be lovely to be away. It'll be lovely to feel some sea air. And we're going to take you with us. And we will shortly be setting off for Southampton. We have arrived in Southampton, where the temperature at 8:25 in the morning is 29 degrees. And I don't know whether I can pan in, but where I'm trying to point is Queen Mary 2. She's in. There she is. Just see her through the back window. She has arrived from New York, and we will be getting on her in approximately 3 hours, isn't it? 3 hours time. We're due to get on at 11:45. We're under strict instructions not to be any earlier. So we're going to head off to West Quay, have a bit of brekkie and have a wander around some air-conditioned shops, hopefully. And then we will go to the Mayflower Terminal. So there she is. We have arrived at the Mayflower Terminal. And there is the Queen Mary 2 in all her gloriousness. And the temperature is now 34 degrees. And we are going inside. We are boarding the ship. We're very pleased. We've been through security. It's baking hot in here and the ship is going to be packed. Queen Mary will be sailing at full capacity. It is very busy this afternoon. We're just boarding the ship now. Just turn around. And it's about 34 degrees and I'm going to stop moaning about the temperature. Let's just get on Queen Mary. So the capacity on Queen Mary is about 2,600. It's got a very good crew ratio. Hello, thank you. Always nice. Hello.
We have free AC on board.
Amazing.
It's gonna get cold even.
Oh, it's wonderful. We love it.
2 lines here.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Warming. I've got a damp cloth in one hand. Where do we put these? Oh, in the bin thing. Right. Here we go. This is why I love Cunard. You get a damp cloth when you get on and you come into the lovely sound of piano music. What's not to like? So we are going to find our rooms now. But there's a bit of a queue for the elevator. So let's go to another elevator, which isn't so busy. It's very civilised and lovely and cool in here. We love it already. Welcome to Queen Mary. And we have arrived on deck. Whoa, stop. Thanks for holding the door open for me. That was really kind of you. Right, we are now on deck 11. We've now got to go to deck 12. So let's walk around this way. There's a staircase, look. Yeah, but this is a staircase. We're getting lost already. Do you think it's that one? It's that one? Oh, I don't know. You go first and check and I'll wait down the bottom. Oh. The thing about bringing your own luggage on board is you then got to lug it up 12 flights of stairs, which is fairly exhausting. So we're going to see. We're on. Right, let's do this. We're on deck 12. And there's a nice breeze blowing, but we've just got to work out how to get, we could try the other side, how to get to our stateroom. It's definitely hot round this side. So we're on deck 12, which I think is the highest.
13's the highest now.
Ah, right, 13. But are there cabins on deck 13?
Somebody had a ticket I saw with 13.
Oh, we're not the highest anymore. We are staying, the Royal there, we are staying in exactly the same stateroom that we stayed in when we did our transatlantic voyage back in 2019. So we'll see if it's changed. And here we are. 12056. We have a dining reservation. I think our cabin's ready. I think it's been done. They're not saying we can't go in. If our keys are there, we can go. I'm going to watch you opening this up now.
What colour will it be?
Oh, platinum.
How's it with yours?
This is our 11th Cunard cruise, so. There we are. Do you want to go in?
You go that one. I see a big bottle of scotch.
Oh, that's my favourite sight, a bottle of sparkling wine. Oh, yes. Hello, cabin 12056. How lovely to see you. Absolutely amazing. So, this is a Britannia Club stateroom. So there are different grades of accommodation on Cunard. You've got your inside cabins, you've got your ocean views which have a window, you've got your balcony cabins. They all use the same big Britannia dining room. Then you've got your Britannia Club, which has its own separate dining room and a few other little extras. We always book Britannia Club. We really like it because you do get those little extras, which I'll show you in a minute. Then you have the grills, so you've got Princess Grill and Queen's Grill, and the prices start to leap quite a bit. We've done Princess Grill and Queen's Grill. We really love Princess Grill. We liked Queen's Grill actually, but we particularly like Princess Grill. But I won't talk about Princess Grill today because we're doing club balcony. So we're only on the ship for a couple of days. So I'm just showing you some of the storage, which is pretty good. I mean, we're only on here for a couple of days, so we really won't be using half the stuff. Got your safe up there as well. Loads of hanging space, and you've also got lots of hangers. Again, we won't need that number, but it's nice to know you've got them if you're on a longer voyage. And then over here we have the bathroom, and the bathroom is quite compact, but actually the shower in this Britannia Club stateroom is actually quite sizable, and it's bigger than the one we stayed in on Queen Elizabeth, actually, where the shower was tiny, it really small, whereas this is much bigger. So that's really good, and you've got all your toiletries over there as well. You've got nice fresh towels, and it's all immaculately clean. Our steward has got the room ready already. There's our bags down there as well. We've packed quite a lot for 2 days, haven't we, really? Got a lovely big comfortable bed, and then you've got your bedside cupboards as well. Everything is looking very nicely done and very smart. You've got your TV. And then over here, you've got a nice little seating area, which comes complete with a husband.
Yay! Hello.
A pink octopus husband.
Yes.
He's sitting there wearing everything but pink. I know that there'll be something pink and octopusy somewhere in his luggage. And then over here, what you get with club balconies, you get complimentary mineral water every day. So that gets replaced. Those 2 bottles I've just taken out of the fridge. So in the fridge, which is down here, you've basically got a mini bar, but if you have anything in the mini bar, you will get charged for it, and you also pay a service charge of, is it 19%, isn't it? But we don't usually bother with the mini bar. What we have got in here is a full-size bottle of sparkling wine. Well, that comes as part of your package. Depending on the grade of cabin you're in, you will get either champagne, prosecco, sparkling wine, or a half bottle of sparkling wine. So we've got a full bottle. And that we can use without being charged, and I will certainly be opening that one later. We've got some nice drawers here, got your hair dryer, which looks quite reasonable. And then over here we have an Illy coffee machine. I have a what do I call it? A sticky relationship with these coffee machines because they take a while to work for me sometimes. But you have got your kettle, you've got glasses, and yeah, it's looking good. Let's go out onto the balcony. It's a little bit warm out here. So this is the balcony. So club balcony. You've got your easy chairs. You've got a little table here. And you've basically got a bit of outdoor space, which is very nice. And you can see Southampton over there sizzling in the temperature today. It's about 34, 35 degrees. It could even be higher than that later on today. So that concludes our tour of a Britannia Club stateroom on Queen Mary. So we are on board the Queen Mary 2.
Yes.
And it's been an interesting afternoon. What did we think of the embarkation today?
Well, it was incredibly smooth for us.
Really good.
We actually said 11:45 on the ticket, and we got on at 11:45.
It was good, wasn't it? We were a bit worried because but for a 2-night cruise, it's really interesting. What do you pack? And you could have packed virtually nothing, but because it's Cunard and they have all these formal nights, they are having a gala night tomorrow night. So we had a suit bag, put all our sort of grand stuff in, our posh stuff, and then we decided to share a standard suitcase, because by the time you've put in your shoes and your swimwear and casual stuff and, you know, toiletries and all that stuff, it's amazing how much room it takes. And as we're on a nice ocean liner, we thought let's take a few things we want to take. And a couple of staff at Southampton said, "Oh, you won't be able to take your case through security. You might get sent back." And I was like, "Well, what should I do?" "Well, you can try it, but they might send you back to the pod." Anyway, there was this blinking great queue which was going through security, which moved through really quickly. And I was worried stupid because I'm going to get to security and then they're going to say, "You have to go back and put your case through the pod," which basically means that they put it on later, which is what we normally do. We normally check our luggage in, don't we? And then they put it on later and stick it outside our stateroom. But because it's only 2 nights, we thought, let's take it on ourselves and we've got it with us. We don't have to wait for it. We can then unpack. Anyway, we went straight through. So the guy on security was like, "Yeah, fine, no problem." Put the case through, stuck them through. It was really nice. So that was good. And then we got on the ship. The ship, I think, is full capacity.
Yeah.
There are lots of groups of people, I think, because it's a 2-night cruise. There are lots of groups of people probably celebrating anniversaries and birthdays and other milestones. And there's been a few changes since we came on Queen Mary. So certain areas look as though they've been spruced up. And we've got the same room, 12056, which is right next to the pool. What's it called? The pool?
The pavilion.
Is it Pavilion Pool?
Yeah,
Anyway, it's at with the front or back of the ship.
We are middle front.
Middle front of the ship. I haven't got a clue. I've completely forgotten what Queen Mary's like.
Normally it'd be middle, but because it's longer ship, it's middle.
That's
front.
right. Anyway, the area's all covered now. But it's very nice. It was very nice in there. Quite a few people in the pool, but it wasn't crowded. It doesn't feel crowded at all. It's lovely. So we spent a couple of hours sort of mooching around. Well, I did in the pool and the hot tub, and you fell asleep, didn't you, on the
I did.
sun lounger, but it wasn't too hot.
Very like me doing that,
But it has been hot today in Southampton. I think it's been just over. I think it's been nudging 35 degrees. Anyway. We'd had I missed out the bit when we got on board. First of all, we came up to the room, we unpacked our stuff really quickly, and then we just went down to our muster station, which is really easy. You just look at it where it's on your card, and then you go and you just basically sign in. They scan your card, and then we went to the King's Court, which we really liked, didn't we? What did we like about the King's Court?
I love my lamb.
Your lamb.
Like lamb cottage pie.
It was your cottage pie, wasn't it?
I tried to work out with it. It was lamb. It's definitely lamb, I think.
You had 2, didn't you?
It was so good. I had another one.
And I had sort of stir fry and chicken and rice, which was lovely. But it's nice because it's almost like clusters. So rather than on the Queen Elizabeth and Queen Victoria, you've got the Lido, which is very big, and you have to sometimes walk quite a long way to get to the bit that you want to get the food that you want. Whereas the King's Court felt more. It's more clusters, so you have like everything in one place, and then you go to another part and there's everything in another place. So you kind of choose which bit you want to go, and you can get, there's like a more intimate food station. You can get there, help yourself, and there's loads of seating,
We weren't
wasn't
lucky
there?
because we were one of the first ones on, therefore it wasn't quite
We
as
did get
busy.
on, yeah, there were
Well,
people still
tomorrow
getting on
might
at
be a
3
lot
o'clock.
busier tomorrow.
It probably will be, but it was nice. So we had lunch and then we had a stroll around the ship to sort of get our bearings, and went to look at things. Went in the that elevator,
Yeah.
the, what's it called?
The scenic.
The scenic elevator, because there are things we didn't do before when we were on Queen Mary on the transatlantic. So we did that, and then we went to the pool for a couple of hours. Then we came back here, and I thought I'm going to have a shower, and I took my rings off. Took my wedding ring off, and I took my eternity ring off. Put them on the side, like I always do. Had a shower, got out of the shower, and I must have knocked something. And I watched in slow motion as my wedding ring went straight into the sink and down the plug hole. And I'm like, no, you can't do this. This can't happen. But really impressed with Cunard, because I know with some cruise lines, you go down to the purser's desk, you wait for ages, and they go, well, I'll get an engineer up later on. But the guy was brilliant. I just said, I've got a crisis. Please, can you help me? My ring's gone down the plug hole. And within 5 minutes, we had an engineer in here. Well, chap, engineer, plumber, whatever you want to call him, technician, taking the U-bend off, and he got the ring back. Needless to say, he got a nice tip. But that's really impressive, and I felt a right idiot. I've never done that one before.
She's already lost an engagement.
I lost my engagement ring at Land's End in Cornwall. As far as I know, it's still there, but I didn't want to lose my wedding ring, particularly as
I can't lose mine. I can't get mine on.
20th anniversary this year. So that's where we are. So the other thing that is slightly disappointing, though, is that we are not sailing till 6 o'clock tonight.
No.
Now, bearing in mind we're only at sea tomorrow, and apparently we're back in Southampton at 2:30 a.m. on Friday morning, I'm thinking it's not much of a cruise. It's very, very small, isn't it?
It's
very
small.
small.
For the money, it's very small.
Yeah, it is expensive, and I think that's probably one of the things. People go on these mini cruises thinking, oh, it'll be nice to have a taster, but I think you need longer than 2 days. I think if you've never been on a Cunard cruise or a cruise before, do not book a 2-night cruise. It's too short. You're just not going to get a feel for it. You'll get a sense of a little bit, but a ship like Queen Mary takes a bit of exploring anyway.
And I've got a Dave's dilemma.
What's your Dave's dilemma?
Well, tomorrow morning, I was looking forward to a nice breakfast in the old club balcony
Ah,
restaurant. I've
yeah.
just seen the times are 6:30
6:30 a.m. breakfast
to 8 o'clock.
to 8 a.m. on a sea day. Now, when we were in the Caribbean, we were club balcony then, weren't we?
We were.
We had on sea days, it was 8 to 9:30.
It wasn't as early as that. I know.
It was
It wasn't-
9:30.
It wasn't as early
Yeah,
as 6:30.
it was 9:30, I think, and then 9 o'clock on a port day. So it's I can't think of anybody who want to get out of bed at 6:30 on a sea day. There might be a few keeny people, but we certainly won't be there, will we?
Well, there it
Which
is.
is a shame because we've only got 2 days. So we'll probably go to the King's Court, won't we? Or I
I
might.
think we'll have to. Yeah.
I might go for room service if it looks like I might go for room service tomorrow, and we'll see how we get on. So that's a little bit disappointing. So I think the takeaways, we've done lots of cruises anyway. We're doing this one because we want to kind of bump up our loyalty status and get from platinum to diamond, and also it's an opportunity to see the Jurassic Coast, which is near where we live, and get away from the heat, which is also very enticing. But if you're somebody who's thinking about cruising for the first time, or you haven't done Cunard before and you want to give that a whirl, I would strongly recommend you don't do anything less than 4 days, particularly on any of the ships, really, because I just don't think it's...
No, preferably 14, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say a week. I'd say a week probably is okay. We did 5 days for our first ever cruise, and that was good.
That was.
That was good insight. But, we unpacked our stuff, didn't we? And I was thinking, oh, God, I'm hanging this stuff up, and in under 36 hours we're going home. So anyway, the plan now is to 5:30 is probably to open a glass of sparkling wine, bottle of sparkling wine fairly soon, and we will see what happens later. We've got the sail away. We will have dinner in the restaurant tonight. We went down to at lunchtime to see our maitre d', who was very pleasant and showed us where we're sitting. Because there's lots of parties of people on board, there aren't many tables for two available. So he did make that point, which was good. But it's okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's only 2 nights anyway. But that's it so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See you later.
See you later. So it is a lovely evening, and we are sailing out of Southampton. I've never sailed out of Southampton in this kind of weather before. It's usually chucking it down with rain, and we're glad to get away from the place. But this evening it is absolutely beautiful. It's still very warm, but it actually feels like the southern Mediterranean down here. It's incredible. We just don't get these temperatures in the UK. And being British, I'm going to bang on about the weather all the way through this video. It's just the way we are, I'm afraid. We like talking about the weather. It's what we do really well. Anyway, we are sailing out, and it is a beautiful evening. It's about 10 to 7. We've been down to the bar for the Corinthia Lounge for a lovely pina colada, which is delicious. And now, there he is. We're on the sparkling wine that comes with whatever grade of stateroom you booked. We made a mistake, didn't we, about the dining times. So Dave's dilemma.
Yeah, my dilemma wasn't really a dilemma at all. My mistake this time. I was reading today's programme when I should have been reading tomorrow's programme, which has just arrived, and breakfast is now a sensible time of 8 to 9:30, isn't it? To memory.
9:30.
I'll check my programme.
Which is what you
8 to 9:30. That's what I would expect. Good old Cunard is all I can say to that.
Yeah, so that's good.
Mind you, I bet my smoked haddock and omelette won't be on because they won't be able to get the haddock defrosted in time. But we'll see.
As some people would say, it's a first world problem, which of course we know it is, but these things are important when you go cruising. You want to have a good time and be able to relax and not be too regimented. And breakfast on a sea day has to be a leisurely affair. It's as simple as that. Anyway, we are going to poodle overnight down the English Channel, down to Start Point in the southwest, the far southwest. We're going to turn around and then we're going to poodle back within 4 to 5 miles of the Jurassic Coast, which for us is really exciting because it means we get to see places like Burton Bradstock, Lyme Regis, along, you know, all that lovely coast, Charmouth, which is very close to where we live, and we get to see those places from the sea, which would be absolutely lovely. And it's already now, as we head out through the Solent, there's already a nice breeze now. It feels so much nicer, and that sticky clawing heat that we're just not used to seems to be rapidly, well, not rapidly, but gradually disappearing. But it's still warm. That's what's nice.